Hey, it's Becky from Fitness for Freedom. This video is going to show you a quick core routine that you can do to add into your exercise program to really challenge your abdominal muscles to increase your stability while you're hiking. So core stability is really important for when you're hiking, not only to improve your posture, prevent low back pain, but as well you're going to come across a lot of uneven terrain, factors where you're going to have to balance maybe skipping or hopping over a stream. All of this is to say that we really want to work on strengthening your abdominal muscles. So today I'm going to show you 3 exercises that you can add into your training program to do just that. So I'm going to show you 3 exercises that you can do to strengthen your core. All you're going to need is yourself and a mat, some space on the floor. No other equipment is going to be needed. I'm going to show you at least 2 variations of each exercise so you can kind of gauge where your starting level is at. With every exercise, start with the first option I show you. If that feels too easy, then you can progress up to the harder option, but making sure you're listening to your body and staying with your limits. So we're going to start off with my favorite exercise, the plank. So if you haven't seen it before, we're going to come down onto the mat. You're going to lay right down. I'm going to bring your elbows underneath your shoulder, making sure you're lined up there. From here, I'm pulling my shoulders down and back away from my head, really lengthening out the spine. Going to pop up onto my knees for our first version, so the kneeling plank, making sure that my hips are in line with my shoulders, nice long line from the top of your head down to your toes. I'm really concentrating on squeezing my glutes together here, keeping the abs, the core nice and tight, and lengthening out the spine. Now, if that feels too easy for you, come back down. We'll tuck the toes under this time and lift up and hold your plank from your toes. So still from the forearms, the same positioning. Only difference is now I'm up on my toes to hold this, really working the core, make sure you're engaging the legs. One more option of the standard plank, if you want to incorporate a little bit more upper body strength, come on up onto your hands as if you're about to do a push-up. So hands really underneath the shoulders, just as the elbows were underneath the shoulders. Tucking my toes under again and lifting up. Pull those shoulder blades down and back, squeeze the glutes, engage the legs, and hold here. So with the plank, I would make sure that you can do at least 30 seconds. From kneeling, if you can do 30 seconds to a minute from kneeling, then you probably can try doing it from your toes. Same thing, from your elbows and your toes. If you can do that for about 30 seconds to a minute, let's bump it up and try going from your ends. All right, so once we've done the plank, the next exercise we're gonna try is the dead bug. So coming to lay down on your back. Again, I'll show you the first version of that. So we wanna make sure that the back is nice and flat and all contact of it is with the mat. So if you find that you have some space there, just tuck that tailbone under, nice and flat. And we wanna maintain this contact the whole time. I'm going to start by lifting my left arm and my right leg, so opposites here. From here, I'm going to maintain the contact of my spine on the mat, engage my abdominal muscles, so feeling nice and sturdy, and lower down. So go as long as you can, that you can keep this position, and then raise back up. So with this exercise now, it's really important to focus on your breathing. So as I'm lowering down, I'm still able to inhale, inflate the stomach, and exhale, come back up. Now, if you're finding that this is easy, no problem, you can get this. Let's add another element to it. Bring both legs straight up in the air, both arms. We're still gonna do opposite. So I'm gonna lower down my left arm, right leg comes down, and lift up to forward, and then switch to the other side, lowering down, and up. Can you maintain that breath though? Making sure you deep inhale and exhale. Watch that there's no lifting up of the spine. What we don't want to see is that lift there. Keep it in contact. One more option for those of you who want something a bit more advanced. Same starting position. Now we're going to lower both arms and both legs down. So going as low as you possibly can with still maintaining your back against the mat. And lifting up, going nice and low. So you might need to stop here and come back. That's fine. If not, you can try and go as low as you can, but without touching the ground, maintaining that good contact. All right, last exercise now. So that was the dead bug. Now we're gonna move over to the side plank. So for this exercise, we want to bring the elbow right underneath the shoulder again, just as you did with the front plank. We're gonna add a leg lift to this side plank to engage your glute muscles and the outer hip. Really important for stability when you're on the trail, for unilateral movements and for rocky terrain. So we're gonna start with a basic side plank from the knees. So you're gonna lift your hips up, straight line from my knee up into my head, holding here. The leg lift element we're gonna do is extending that top leg out. You're gonna keep your foot flexed and lift up to hip height and lower down, and lift and lower down. So right away, you're gonna feel those glutes working as well as the obliques working here on the side plank. Now, if you want something a little bit more challenging, we'll do the same exercise, but from the feet. So elbow underneath the shoulder, feet are now lined up just slightly ahead of your body. Gonna lift up to that side plank position. Make sure your shoulders are rotated back, nice straight line. And now I'm gonna lift my leg here, watching that the hip doesn't drop down in order to achieve this exercise from here and down. Good. So 2 really great ways that you can increase that side plank by adding some glute stability to it. So the 3 core exercises I think you all should add into your program for hiking will be the plank, the dead bug, and the side plank with the leg raise. Those should get you well on your way to having a strong core, reducing low back pain, and increasing your stability on the hill. This has been Becky for Fitness for Freedom. If you found today's video helpful and like to see more, please subscribe to our Fitness for Freedom YouTube channel. Have a great day.